Let's talk D&D. In my last video, I explained that, especially for beginners, you definitely aren't required to have all of these fancy gadgets like, these minifigures and dice and, tons of books and stuff. While it can certainly be helpful and serve a good purpose, it's definitely not required by any means. Because all you really need is to be able to just tell a story with friends. But I never really, expanded on that or explained why that is the case. Well, there are two main styles of gameplay that you can have in a game like Dungeons & Dragons or tabletop role-playing games, anything in that genre. And those two are theater of the mind and tabletop, as the name would suggest. And theater of the mind really is just very storytelling. In a theater of the mind gameplay style, the game master will, explain or describe the scene. You'll describe what you want to do. You have this back and forth. There aren't really many material components to it. While in a more tabletop version, which is what most people will get confused with TTRPGs being a board game, it's what causes the most confusion there. What it is you have something like this, like I have on my screen, a battle map. This is a scene that will have different squares on it. Most often these will represent about 5 feet each, and you'll place the minifigures on that to represent exact locations of where you and enemies and anything in the environment is by an exact measure. Whereas that can absolutely bog down gameplay quite a bit by, being very mechanical, being like, if something's exactly 5 feet in front of me, or I can only move exactly this, 30 feet, and that is 6 squares, that can definitely slow down gameplay. But a lot of people prefer it because it makes the game a lot more tangible. When you play something like Theater of the Mind, yes, you can be more flexible with something like, I want to move forward and attack this foe. And the game master will say, okay, yes, this is what's required to do that. You're able to move forward and attack. You can be a lot more flexible with distances. But a lot of times people hate Theater of the Mind because you have a 30-minute discussion of where is everything? What can I do? Where am I? What can I do in this field of battle? So it can really bog down either way. So there's not so much time to cover exact mechanics like it says in the books. So stay tuned, follow, subscribe, and watch my other videos for context. But see me in the next video where I can explain some more of the